Imagine a piece of meat so tender, so heavily marbled, and so rich in flavor that top-tier global culinary markets pay a massive premium for it. Usually, when we hear that, we think of Japanese Wagyu beef. But today, the most exciting luxury meat on the market isn't beef, it's lamb, specifically the Australian white sheep. Known universally across the livestock industry as the Wagyu of the sheep world, this breed is shaking up traditional farming. For decades, sheep production meant high labor, expensive shearing, and narrow margins. But the Australian white was engineered from day one to throw those old rules out the window. Today, we're breaking down the genetics, the management, and the massive commercial economics, driving farmers worldwide to switch to this white-hot breed. To understand why these sheep perform so well, we have to look at how they were made. Unlike heritage breeds that evolved naturally over centuries, the Australian white is a modern, carefully engineered composite breed developed specifically for modern commercial meat production. Australian breeders combined 4 distinct powerhouse breeds to capture the best traits of each. 1. White Dorper, for hardiness, hard-wearing constitution, and early maturity. 2. Van Roy, for clean lines, structural soundness, and exceptional heat tolerance. 3. Paul Dorset, for heavy muscling, rapid growth, and outstanding carcass shape. 4. Texel, for legendary intramuscular fat, heavy loin development, and that premium meat yield. The result? A large-framed, structurally sound meat sheep that combines the heavy muscling of British breeds with the extreme resilience needed for harsh climates. Now, let's talk about that famous nickname, the Wagyu of sheep. Why do people call it that? It all comes down to marbling. Traditional lamb often accumulates heavy layers of external fat, which has to be trimmed off, wasting feed energy and processor yield. The Australian white is structurally different. Because of its Texel and Dorper background, it deposits energy as intramuscular fat, fine flecks of fat distributed evenly through the meat muscle itself. This fine marbling gives the meat a low melting point. When it hits a hot pan or grill, that fat melts into the muscle fibers, creating a buttery texture and rich, clean flavor profile that high-end restaurant chefs crave. For commercial producers, this means you aren't just selling weight, you're selling a luxury grain product that commands top-tier market pricing. Of course, a great carcass doesn't mean much if the animal is expensive or difficult to farm. This is where the Australian white turns from an interesting breed into a financial powerhouse. Let's break down the major commercial advantages. 0 shearing required. They are a self-shedding hair sheep. They grow a heavy protective coat in the winter and naturally drop it when summer hits. That means 0 shearing costs, 0 crutching labor, and complete immunity to fly strike stress. Explosive growth rates. These lambs pack on weight rapidly, hitting heavy trade or export weights much faster than traditional maternal or dual-purpose breeds, reducing your days on feed. High fertility and non-seasonal breeding. Ewes cycle year-round, giving producers the potential for accelerated lambing programs, such as 3 crops in 2 years, drastically boosting annual weaning percentages. And mothering ability. They are exceptionally docile, thrive in both high rainfall and semi-arid environments, and ewes possess strong maternal instincts with heavy milk production. Now, we like to keep things objective here. No livestock breed is a silver bullet for every single farm. What are some things you need to watch out for if you're thinking about investing? First, initial stock cost. Because the breed is in such high demand for its commercial performance, top-tier stud rams and quality breeding ewes carry a significant price tag. You're paying for decades of genetic refinement. Because they grow so fast and pack on muscle efficiently, high-performing ewes and terminal sires require quality nutrition to reach their genetic potential. is you put them on completely depleted, scrubby land with no management. You won't see those elite growth metrics. The Australian white sheep represents a massive shift in modern agriculture. High-end restaurant-quality meat paired with low-maintenance, self-shedding operational efficiency. Whether you're running a massive commercial enterprise or looking to upgrade your farm's terminal genetics, this breed is hard to ignore. What do you think of the Wagyu of sheep? Are you already running Australian whites, or are you thinking about introducing them to your flock? Drop your thoughts, questions, or experiences in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, hit that like button, subscribe for more livestock breakdowns, and check out our other videos on profitable farm breeds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.